Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Hello and welcome to Making It Big Season 8. I am your host A.B. Ravi. If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, you can achieve it. This famous line very well fits with Udaya Kumar Hebbar's personality, who is the hero of this week's episode. He is not a conventional entrepreneur. Well, you can call him social entrepreneur. Udaya Kumar was a career banker who had quickly risen up the corporate ladder to finally land a high-paying job in a foreign bank. But his heart was elsewhere. It was in the social sector. Udaya Kumar felt he had a role to play in transforming the society, particularly empowering women in rural areas. In 2010, he let his heart rule the head and joined a microfinance institution that was running on a shoestring budget in the Mufassil areas of Karnataka. Within a span of 9 years, Udaya Kumar transformed this microfinance institution, growing its loan book by over 30 times, from 185 crore rupees to over 6,000 crore rupees. Today, the Bangalore-based CreditAccess Grameen, which has the blessings of the Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus of Bangladesh, has emerged as the #2 microfinance institution in the country that focuses on providing microloans to women customers, particularly in rural areas. Take a look at the CreditAccess Grameen story. It will show you how to reimagine your business.
The smile on their faces says it all. All these women, Mamta, Soumya, Lakshmi, Saubhagya and Shantama, live in rural India. Their lives, including that of their families, have been dramatically transformed. Thanks to the easy and timely availability of microloans. And they are not alone. There are 25 lakh such beneficiaries residing across states like Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Kerala, Goa and Puducherry. And they are all brimming with confidence thanks to the Bengaluru headquartered microfinance institution CreditAccess Grameen. Formerly known as Grameen Kuta Financial Services, this microfinance institution, or MFI, has developed a strong strategic network of 659 branches in 8 states and 1 union territory. The microlender boasts of an army of 7,000 plus committed workforce, 90% of whom are recruited from rural India. These dedicated workers reach out to women in rural areas, offering microloans anywhere between 1,000 rupees and 50,000 rupees. CreditAccess Grameen offers a number of financial and non-financial products and services addressing the various stages of the customer's life cycle. To start with, loans are given for income generation, but once the clients gain good credit history, then it is happy to extend loans for house repair, kids' education, festivals and medical emergencies. To the existing clients, these loans are given at a competitive rate of 18% per annum against the industry average of 24% per annum. But what makes this MFI unique is the 1,000 rupees emergency loan given on the spot with no questions asked, and its repayment options of weekly, fortnightly and monthly on all its loans. Needless to say, lending options like these have brought customers closer to the company, and the results are there for all to see. In less than 2 decades, CreditAccess Grameen has emerged as the second largest microfinance institution in the country. But the beginnings were quite modest. To hark back in time, Vinatha Reddy came across a biography on Muhammad Yunus, the Nobel laureate and the founder of Bangladesh's Grameen Bank. At that time also, her key focus was women empowerment and child education through the family-run NGO T. Muniswampa Trust.
Well, it was a chance reading of a book on Professor Yunus and his Grameen Bank. The book's name is Give Us Credit. It's by Alex Counts. So after reading that book, I was very much inspired and I fell in love with the idea of microcredit. So I wrote to the author of the book, Alex Counts. I said, please give me some more information about Grameen Bank. And Alex, he didn't reply to me for a long time, but he had forwarded my letter to Professor Yunus. So one fine day, I found an airmail cover in my post box, and it was a letter from Professor Yunus himself. He invited me for an exposure visit to Grameen Bank, and he also said since I already belonged to an NGO, I could even bring a project proposal. So that is how it all started.
Thus, CreditAccess Grameen, then known as Grameen Kuta, was founded in May 1999 by Vinatha Reddy with Suresh Krishna as the co-founder. Grameen Trust Bangladesh provided seed capital funding to replicate the Grameen Bank Bangladesh microfinance model. The operations were launched in Vinatha's hometown, Avalahalli, on the outskirts of South Bangalore. Over the next 14 years, it kept growing by offering collateral-free loans to women from poor and low-income households. But the real growth and success was still eluding it. That significant growth happened with the entry of veteran banker Udaya Kumar Hebbar. Udaya Kumar, who had over 26 years' experience in the banking sector, had his heart in the social sector. He was particularly impressed by Grameen Kuta's model and felt if it was run efficiently, it could be a good business. When opportunity came his way, Udaya Kumar chucked a high-paying job at Barclays Bank to join Grameen Kuta as MD and CEO. That was September 2010. But within 15 days of joining Grameen, Udaya Kumar's world fell apart. The Andhra Pradesh government promulgated an ordinance to regulate MFIs. As a result, the banks across the country stopped lending to MFIs and the industry became a basket case. But Udaya was unfazed. He knew he had a winner, even though Grameen's loan book had shrunk from 300 crore rupees in September 2010 to 185 crore rupees in September 2011. Like a seasoned general, he rejigged the business strategy to ensure efficiency was built across the organization at all levels. Parallelly, he shut off unviable branches, put recruitment on hold, did not add new customers. 2 years later, his strategy yielded results. By March 2012, the loss had been capped at 2.9 crore rupees. And since then, CreditAccess has never seen losses. All in all, the growth story of this 2-decade-old MFIs has impressed the investors. They happily lapped up its 1100 crore rupees IPO last August that was oversubscribed 2.2 times. The management on its part did not let down their shareholders. Witness its impressive year-on-year growth numbers. The loan book has jumped from 3,075 crores in March 2017 to 4,975 crores in March 2018. Likewise, the number of branches has shot up from 393 to 516, and the number of states it operates from 5 to 9. Effectively, these numbers shored up its total income from 709 crore rupees in March 2017 to 875 crore rupees in March 2018, while PAT during the same period rose from 75 crore rupees to 125 crore rupees. It is no flash in the pan. CreditAccess in the last 5 years has been clocking a CAGR of 50% because it has kept all costs under control.
financial costs are something that we are conscious of, and we ensure that we operate within this 10% and pass the benefit of lower interest rates periodically to our borrowers. So we were, for example, about a few years back, we were lending at in the range of 20 to 24%. That was about 4 years back. Today we lend in the range of 18 to 21%. So the benefit of not only large scale funds coming to us, but at a lower cost has enabled us to pass this benefit to us. The other thing is optimization of operational cost. Now this is the key to this entire business, because operational cost is something in our hands where we need to ensure that our expansion and our growth is something that that's not affecting the overall cost, because where we make a saving in the way we work out the operational cost has a bearing on our overall return to the shareholders. So if you look at the total perspective, diversification of resources, optimization of cost is the key to this entire business.
Udaya Kumar and company have indeed arrived. His strategy of building efficiency across all departments and a sharper rural focus has paid off big time. Look at the loan book. It has grown astronomically from 185 crore rupees in 2010 to 6,085 crore rupees today. On that note, we need to take a short commercial break. When we come back, CNBC TV-18's AB Ravi talks to Udaya Kumar Hebar of CreditAccess Grameen about his vision for the organization and whether the 50% growth rate is sustainable. Also joining us on the show will be Rajat Verma of HSBC India. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. He is the main architect and driving force behind the overall success of CreditAccess Grameen. An exceptional 50% growth rate makes Udaya Kumar arguably the poster boy of the MFI sector. And this also merits a case study discussion at the B School about the organization's impressive turnaround. I caught up with the 58-year-old Udaya Kumar Hebar, MD and CEO of CreditAccess Grameen, at his leadership training center on the outskirts of Bengaluru to find out why he lends money only to women in rural areas. This is what he has to say. Take a look. Udaya Kumar, Rajat, welcome to the show. Udaya Kumar, if I may begin by asking you, you had a high-paying job in a foreign bank, yet you quit that job to join a microfinance institution which was very small in size and an unknown commodity at that point in time. What made you do so?
I was in Barclays. I was a career banker. I worked in a nationalist bank and a private sector bank in ICICI Bank, and then moved to Barclays. But while in ICICI Bank, I used to lend to microfinance. So a lot of microfinance in South India, I was regularly visiting and trying to understand what this business is. Okay. And find that this business can be done very efficiently and very well with the social connect. And I personally thought that this should be my long-term personal goal to work in this sector. So after a stint in Barclays, I got an opportunity from Grameen Kota to join to their senior management and run the company. It actually helped me in gaining a lot of understanding of this business, how to make this business run very efficiently, how we can make the business socially relevant and commercially sustainable. So I'm able to do that, which was my personal goal
It was a personal
at a point of time.
Okay, so what was the scene when you took over in 2010? I believe your whole world went topsy-turvy because some Andhra Pradesh ordinance was promulgated, making all the MFI regulated. So how did you think you did a bad decision joining this MFI sector?
One point was that whether I came into a right place or not. Of course, since my personal goal, there was no repenting at that point of time. I wanted to go through the process, let me understand the whole issue here, let me understand and go through this entire pain, which will actually make us more stronger. And we took a decision, the team took a decision to go ahead and look at customer point of view, look at employees point of view, look at investor point of view, look at bankers point of view. We did a couple of things well. Immediately we stopped acquiring clients from any of the new branches what we installed, so that we can block that, and we could over a period of close that branches actually. And the employees, we said that we will not retrench anybody, but we will stop recruiting any more people for the time being, because we want to consolidate. Similarly, there's a strong communication to customer again and again that we are fine, but right now we are not able to lend you. We will be continuing lending later once we get the comfortable situation.
Two pillars on which you rebuilt CreditAccess Grameen.
So for this business or any business, one is the resiliency of the business, entire business, where even there is an impact like Andhra crisis, or you take recent demonetization crisis, impact should be less. Your customer should be with you, your employees should be with you, your stakeholders should be with you. In such cases, your business will become resilient. So that is what the first philosophy, first pillar what we are. Second pillar is the efficiency. Everything what you do, it should be very, very efficient. You will not have invisible costs in your business, which makes you so strong. Your resiliency reduces the risk for you. Even there's some risks, your efficiency absorbs that. We will be able to give the best result even with the bad times.
Okay.
That is the pillar we work.
I believe you give loan only to women.
Correct.
And all your 2.5 million customers are only women.
Correct.
Is it a gender bias? What is it?
No, we can't call it gender bias, but it's a surprising thing that all our 2.5 million customers are women. The whole methodology of Grameen, which is actually imported from Bangla, is basically gone on that direction, where women are responsible. They will be able to manage the home well, and they will be able to manage the money well. So that is why the whole concept of this tiny business is related to women.
What sets CreditAccess Grameen apart when you look at your competition?
First is looking at the customer point of view. For everything what you do, whether it's a process or a product or a delivery methodology, we look at customer point of view. While taking the loan, decide what you want to pay, when you want to pay, either weekly or a fortnightly or a monthly. Each customer can decide based on their cash flow.
Okay.
So this is unique in the world. Nobody nowhere has tested this, which we have been doing for the last 6 years. That is one. Another one is the products. Products for every need of them, whether it's for education, whether it's for medical emergency, whether it is for constructing toilet. Incidentally, almost 800,000 customers have built toilet by taking loan from us.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay. Similarly, almost 200,000 customers connected water to their home by taking loan from us. And the third one is actually even the expansion process what we do, we never looked into getting into multiple states. We looked at a next district is our geography. See that carefully. Look, that district makes sense to you, then do that.
Okay. Let me get the banker in. Rajat, strategy and passion is very evident.
Sure.
Your take.
I think one of the things which will strike any listener to what Uday has just been saying is the sense of balance that Grameen has shown over a period of time, right? And it is also evident from the way that they fund themselves, the way that they raise equity, which is ahead of its time. And I think the other point Uday made was around customer centricity. This is an industry which maybe once in 5-7 years will see some action which probably they can't fully control, but which will impact them, the Andhra crisis or demonetization, etc. And how you react to that then defines you and then builds a culture within the organization. And it's the unsaid message which goes to all employees, but more importantly, it goes to all your customers. So that sense of balance to me comes out because, you get these problems, but do you have a knee-jerk reaction and you start stepping back, or do you continue with your belief in the model? So that comes out pretty clearly to me.
When I look at your portfolio, 82% is rural market, whereas the industry average is 38%. Again, is it by design strategy?
What business model we are working? We are working on a Grameen joint liability group model, which really works well when the customer lives in a homogeneous society who knows each other well. They live in similar economic condition. They see their face every day. So that condition, it works superbly well. Two, the potential, look at the potential of rural. India today, out of the GDP, 47% of GDP comes from rural. Whereas 90% of credit goes to urban. Only 10% of credit supply is happening to rural. That means 37% of rural GDP is dependent on the informal sector, informal lender. So you have so much opportunity there.
So going by your own experience, you have turned around this company. So what does it take to succeed in business?
Look at customer point of view. Every time look at customer point of view. I always say that any business where customer loyalty is high, for the customer you are preferred, that business will not fail. That will pay off to you.
Okay. Do you believe in luck?
I don't believe in luck, but I believe luck follows the brave.
Luck follows way. Very well put, Uday. Thanks a lot for being on the show. Thanks, Rajat, for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Very well. That was Uday Kumar coolly telling us as to how he took the bull by the horns. These are the mantras he implemented to build CreditAccess Grameen. Look at what customers want and then create a business. Before starting a business, see who is getting impacted. Create a benchmark in the quality of services. And finally, resilience and efficiency are two major pillars of the business. Well, Uday Kumar's customer-focused mantras have positively impacted millions of women across the country. I certainly feel India needs many more Uday Kumars. Before I go, here is an interesting observation made by the legendary investor Warren Buffett. And I quote him, "Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls-Royce to get advice from those who take the subway," unquote. With today's episode, we come to the end of Season 8 of Making It Big series. It was a real pleasure bringing to you stories which we believed were inspirational and aspirational. So before I sign off, let me thank the entire team here for making this journey possible. As for the viewers, all I can say is keep watching CNBC TV-18. It will make a big difference to your lives. Thank you.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.